This is a question about trigonometry.
Pause the video now, have a go at the question and press play when you're ready for the solution.
Right, so this is like a basic trigonometry question where you have been given the side of a triangle, one of the angles, and been asked to find the other side. So the first thing we do is we label the sides of the triangle. We know that in trigonometry we call them the opposite, the adjacent, and the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always the longest side of the triangle, the one that's opposite the right angle. So if I write hypotenuse there like that, then the opposite and adjacent, it depends on which angle we're working with. This side, the side that is opposite the angle, is called the opposite because it's opposite the angle. So I'll label that as opposite. That one's adjacent, which is that strange word that just means next to. We don't actually need that in this question, I'm just labeling it so if you do another question after this, and it might help you to be reminded of how this works. So, what we do now is we think about our sine, cos and tan rules, and we know that the two sides that are going to be involved is the side that we're given and the side that we want. So that's the opposite and the hypotenuse, and using whatever method you use, you're going to work out that it's the sine function that we need. So that's going to be sine 40 degrees equals 5 over x. Right, it's x that we want, so we need to rearrange this. Now the correct rearrangement for this is probably the point in this kind of question where most people make a mistake. A lot of people will rearrange this and write something like 5 sine 40 equals x, as if they can just sort of pull the 5 over to the other side and the x will mysteriously like float to the surface. Algebra doesn't really work like that. So the correct rearrangement for this is that x equals 5 over sine 40. Whenever you're in a situation where you've got something equals a fraction, you can always swap these two things over. And so I'll just put them into the calculator. So 5 divided by sine of 40 equals 7.78. Correct to three significant figures.